Coming to Serbia, either for travel or to fully relocate, there's going to be a number of things you're going to want to pack before you head on that jet plane and come to Serbia. And today, we're going to be talking about the packing essentials for Serbia. Now, I've come to Serbia many times before I actually officially made the move here to Serbia. And so I kind of had a heads up or a little bit of an inside scoop as to what I needed to bring. But at the same time, after I actually made that move, it was like, oh, wow, I actually should have got that ahead of time. And so today, we're going to help you not make the same mistakes as many do when they come to Serbia, or like I did myself. And so we're going to talk about a number of things that you're going to want to pack or take care of before you leave your home country to either come and visit Serbia, or if you're going to come and fully relocate. And this is just going to be a quick overview of the main essential topics. We're going to get into a lot more further detail in our relocation guide that's going to be coming out about November 11th of this year, which is 2024. In that guide, you're going to have a lot more details, and even if you forget what you are supposed to bring, where you can go get it, because unlike a lot of places in North America or your home country, coming to Serbia, not everything is gonna be where you think it's going to be. You can't just go into a pharmacy and pick this up. You can't just go into a grocery store and pick up certain items that you might need. And so we're going to talk about the main components that you're going to need to make sure that your life is moving forward and in a better situation than if you did not have that coming here. And being that we are in a digital age, we all have smartphones, we all have computers. A lot of us tourists that are coming here have actual cameras. We're going to actually need a universal power adapter, because a lot of the people that we work with and our clients that come to us, they're coming from North America. They are coming from, the Netherlands. They're coming from Australia, where they don't have the same power as what we do here in Serbia, or should I say the same outlets. And so getting a universal power adapter is really great. And if you're one of those people that are coming to Serbia and then you're going to head over to another country, you should actually look at getting one of those multi-power adapters that the heads change out, and so that you can plug in that adapter regardless of where you are in the world. But if you're coming here to move into Serbia, especially if you're one of those digital nomads and you're coming from a country where you have 120 volts and here in Serbia we're going to need 220 volts. You're going to need to get a power adapter, especially for your computer. Now, mind you, when you do come into Serbia, you do not actually have to get the new power cord for your laptop. The block on it is actually capable to power your computer from 120 all the way up to 240. And so all you're going to need is either the adapter that plugs in the wall or the cord end to be changed, and you can get that here in Serbia as well. Now, for many tourists that come out here, they're always looking to charge up their devices, and going out to the kafanas or going out to some restaurants, it's not readily available to find a power plug that you can, or an outlet that you can actually charge your devices at, especially if they're under heavy use at the time of coming to Serbia. Because, of course, coming to Serbia, especially if you're coming from anything like Canada, United States, or anywhere else, you're going to want to use your devices. You're going to take pictures, take video, send them over onto your social media platforms, whatever it might be. And so having a portable charger is very important as well. One of the things that we've really noticed that is much more expensive here in Serbia than it would be in North America, is electronics. And so, yes, you can get a portable charger here in Serbia, of course, but why would you not rather buy one in your home country before coming here, especially if it's at a fraction of the price? Now, if you're looking to move to Serbia and you're going to be purchasing some property and whatnot, yes, you can get discounts on the larger purchases of electronics when you do purchase that. However, you'll still notice on brand name items such as Sony and Lenovo for computers, or HP, those type of brands are going to be substantially more than if you're to get a Chinese knockoff here, or not a Chinese knockoff, but a Chinese brand electronic here in Serbia. And there's a lot of cell phone manufacturers here that we have in Serbia that you don't have in North America. For instance, I love my Samsungs. I'm never an iPhone user, but when I had an issue with my Samsung device here that I brought over from Canada, I was like, hey, I want to buy another Samsung. And Samsungs are just at the top of the price point, whereas if I was to buy a different brand that is something from China or something that is European brand, they're substantially cheaper. And one thing to note is if you're looking for anything to do with iPhone, it's very difficult to find iPhone here in Serbia. There are resellers here in Serbia, but in order to get the latest and greatest technology when it comes to iPhone or any Mac devices, you're going to have to leave Serbia and go into some of those EU countries to pick that up. Now, the next one is going to be your prescription medications. Look into what your medication is that you're going to be taking. If it's an inhaler because of asthma, that is something that you do not need here in Serbia to pick up, and they're substantially cheaper here in Serbia to pick up your inhalers for asthma, whereas in North America, particularly Canada, we know that first off, you need a script from the doctor to go and pick up an inhaler, and two, that the inhalers there are about $100+ for one inhaler, where here in Serbia, they're only a few dollars. So that's a big one. Now, if you're taking something that is diabetic medication or some sort of heart medication, you're going to want to be able to have at least a few months of supply, if not try and get a year of supply, so that way you can actually have your medication here and not have to run to go to a doctor, to see a specialist, to go fill those scripts up. Because a lot of the medication that you have in your own country do not directly translate into the medication we have here in Serbia. Even though they can do the same thing, they are not called the same thing. And so ensuring that you have your prescription medication before you come to Serbia is very essential. Now, if that's something you're not sure if we have here in Serbia, of course, make sure you bring enough supply for you to be here for your stay. And if you're looking to relocate, it's easy enough to find out where we have it, and if not, where you can go and get it. Now, another one you're going to want to have when you're coming into Serbia is your driver's license, especially if you're looking to rent a vehicle. Now, you don't necessarily need a international driver's license here in Serbia. Your home driver's license works absolutely fine, and you do not have to exchange it here if you're here as a tourist. But if you're here as someone that's looking to relocate, you will have to change that license as well. But if you're here as a tourist or someone that's going to be spending substantial time in Serbia and looking to travel into, say, Romania, it's going to be very beneficial and almost a requirement, depending on who the border guard is that you have an international driver's license. And this is something that is very easy to obtain in your own home country. All you have to do is basically set an appointment, show them your current driver's license, take a photo, and they'll have it done on the spot. And I believe it costs about $50 in order to get a 1 year's international driver's license. That's just something that you may want to have if you're looking to leave the country, and depending on the border guard, they may require that, and sometimes they may not. And so do you want to risk not having that international driver's license if you're going for a day trip with your family or with a group of friends, and then having that potential of being turned around? For the sake of having spending $50, it might be well worth it, having that. Now, the next one that you're going to want to have coming into Serbia is your traveler's insurance. Yes, you can get, health coverage here in Serbia once you're here in Serbia. There's many private facilities here, but if you are coming from abroad and you are looking to just travel here or even stay, having travelers health insurance is very important, and especially having that white paper to go along with it. One of the reasons that people ask us is, why do we need that white paper when we come into Serbia? It's so that the system can register you that you are here legally, and so that if God forbid something happened to you and you had to go to a hospital, regardless if it's private or public, that they are able to cover you under that insurance plan. Even though you bought it in Canada, they're going to require that white paper. Now, if you are coming into Serbia to obtain temporary residency, you're going to want to get health insurance here within Serbia, and there's a couple of companies that we recommend our clients go to. One is DDOR. They're great. They're right throughout Serbia, and the other one is Dunav Insurance. You can check out any of those locations and any of those companies wherever you are here in Serbia, and typically get 1 year's health insurance for about €75. Don't quote me on those prices. That price is the average price that we've talked to when it comes to our clients and what they paid for when it comes to health insurance. Now, if you are coming in with some pre-existing conditions, a certain age, a certain lifestyle, those prices may reflect the change in pricing, and so don't quote me on that price whatsoever. The other one, of course, you're going to need to have is your passport. However, your passport is going to need to be valid 6 months beyond your stay here in Serbia. I have worked with one client that came into Serbia. He was going to get his passport renewed while being here in Serbia by going to the U.S. Embassy, and I said, hey, listen, you might want to get that done before you come to Serbia. And he was already traveling in from another country, and he says, I don't want to go to the United States and get that done. I can't stay here and get it done in time. I'll just do it in Serbia. Unfortunately, he didn't take my advice, and he got to Serbia and they turned him away because he only had a couple weeks left on his passport. And so ensuring that you have at least 6 months of, your passport is active 6 months beyond what you're staying here in Serbia is going to be very essential. Now, imagine we had another pandemic and everything shut down. The flights didn't go out and you weren't able to get back home. You're going to have to stay here in Serbia, and your passport's going to need to be valid when that time comes in order to be able to fly back to your home country if you're just here for a visit. Now, you can definitely get your passports renewed here in Serbia, depending on, or regardless of where you come from in the world. All the embassies are located in Belgrade, so it's a very easy place to find. It's easy to do, and the process is very painless. The next item on the list is going to be all your visa documents. So if you are coming here on a work visa, or any other type of visa, make sure you have all your visa documents in line. We get contacted by many people through these videos, through our website, asking for them to help them with their visa process. And we'd love to help people with their visa process, but everything these days can be done in your home country online and on the online portal. There is no way that we can go onto the online portal and do these visa documents for you, especially if you're coming from India, Pakistan, or any of these other countries that are requiring, or these countries that require you to have a visa before entering Serbia. And there's no way that we can also sponsor anyone. Some people have asked us to be like, hey, Andre, can you not just do an invitation letter for us and we can come to Serbia? That's all fine and dandy, and I'd love to help people out, but we cannot take on that responsibility in order to get you into Serbia. We do not want to, be dishonest with the police. We do not want to incriminate ourselves. And so once you are in Serbia, you are able to contact us and we're able to move forward with any of the processes that you'd like, be it a business setup, be it temporary residency and changing the status of that, be it real estate, whatever it might be, we are able to facilitate that, and we've facilitated many people's residency and work permits, not work permits, but businesses here in Serbia, and got them off on a great start. But you have to be in Serbia in order to do that. The next one that a lot of people notice here in Serbia is that you need to have cash. Cash is absolutely king here in Serbia. Yes, you can pay with your credit cards here in Serbia, but if you're going to a kafana, if you're going to a restaurant, if you're going to various places, a lot of these places do not take Visa cards. You'll have to ask, but more often than not, one of the places that I love to go for pizza with my wife, they simply said, hey, listen, we were able to get the credit card machine here, the debit machine, but we don't want it. We want cash, and that's how it is. And cash is very predominant here, and it's very powerful. And so one thing to look at is what is the exchange rate at your bank before you come to Serbia. Perhaps you can get a better exchange rate in your home country than you can here in Serbia, but that's going to be all depend on the time of year, who your bank is, the power of your dollar, so on and so forth. The next one you're going to want is your Serbian phrase book or your app. So there's a lot of people out there these days with smartphones, and so what you can do is download an app and a translator, and so that you can translate certain words, you can speak into it, it'll translate it to Serbian, and so you can communicate on the basic level if you do not speak any Serbian before you come here. And the last one you're going to want to do is get your guidebook here at Relocation Serbia when it does come out, because not only are we going to have a lot more items on this list when it comes to essentials for either tourism or for relocation, but we are also going to have a private Facebook group where you can get real-time information. You can ask for help from me and my team and get the answers you need in real-time hours and real-time information as well. So I hope that you are looking to move to Serbia. We've had a number of clients saying, hey, listen, we're moving to Serbia in 3 to 4 months from now. We'd love to get that guidebook, and we want to make it as easy as possible for us to navigate Serbia, to get around, to embed ourselves in this culture, to learn the language, and know how to maneuver around. And that's what we're here at Relocation Serbia. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.